I don't know if
listen.
Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Bro,
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay, listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past,
Right.
right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? This next guest does not require an introduction. He's been a pro player in the Valorant scene for a while. Please join me in welcoming Smoke A.
Hello, hello.
To say, is your inspiration to be in esports?
ये तो बहुत मतलब
मुश्किल
Favorite
सवाल है,
question
बड़ा
बोलूँगा।
सा। अच्छा फेवरेट
नहीं,
क्वेश्चन,
नहीं।
ठीक है, बढ़िया, चलो।
क्योंकि इंस्पिरेशन लाइक मेरे चाचा से लिया है. So his name is Shadow A.
If I'm not wrong, he's a CS:GO pro, right? मेरे को याद था करण एक राउंड जब तुमको पैरा ने नाइफ किया था. It's a knife, Seth.
बहुत ज़्यादा टिल्ट हो गया था मैं.
Awesome. And उसके बाद
तो एक मोटिवेशन मिल गया हमें सबको. Like, मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा लाइक मोटिवेट ही हुआ उससे लाइफ से. तो I was like घुस के फिर वही you know.
Smoke A. Average combat score 353, 27 and 12.
But yeah, any message to पैरा, वो देख रहा होगा अभी जब ये लाइव जाएगा. क्या बोलोगे पैरा को?
Next time सोच समझ के नाइफ करना भाई पैरा. Hi, my name is Smoke from Weird Esports. We are playing League Ego Challengers Series 2021. So please come and support us. It will be live at December 1.
Today my guest, he's playing for the lineup True Rippers right now. Please join me in welcoming Paradox.
Hello everyone.
So good to have you here. What do you feel has made you choose Valorant?
Valorant is my main game, and why it is because it comes with a fresh breath of air, because it's like a tactical shooter but with different abilities and a bit cheerful colors and everything. It's more of, what do you say, it can pull a lot of people, new people into the scene.
Yeah, dude, you still play CS:GO competitively. That is awesome. I was just talking to somebody else the other day and we were talking about, is CS:GO dying in India?
CS:GO might not ever die because it's an evergreen game. To be honest, in EU and CIS region, it's never going to die because literally all of the CS legends are almost from that region. Because like in India, CS scene was kind of, what do you say, inter-India only.
Right.
Inside India. But whenever we used to go on an Asian level, so there were low opportunities as well. And India was not invited to the Asian scene and everything.
And you know, there was this one match when you guys were playing back then FS eSports, and you guys were playing Haven. You were Sky, if I'm not wrong, and you used two or three flashes. You blinded him completely in the corner of A lobby. You went and knifed him, and we all enjoyed that moment a lot. Okay, casters went crazy, but after that he got crazy triggered, and he said, quote his words,
like घुस के फिर वही.
and then you guys ended up, you know, losing that match. And if I can, Smokey said this about that incident.
Next time सोच समझ के नाइफ करना भाई पैरा.
We were laughing after we lost, and the only thing which you said was, "हारे तो हारे, कटा कौन?" Hi, my name is Paradox. I'm from True Rippers. We are participating in the League Ego Challenger Series 2021. Please come and support us, and it will be live from December 1st. See you there.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
listen.
Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Is that, am I right, Lenny? Is that's what we're about?
Bro.
That's what we're about. I don't
Yeah,
know
listen.
if Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Is that, am I right, Lenny? Is that's what we're about?
Bro.
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay. Listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past,
Right.
right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up. You just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? Special player is from Bangladesh. He is currently playing for the lineup of Exceeli eSports. Please give it up for Sami.
Hello guys, thank you for having me. I've been in the South Asian scene for quite a bit, I think, for a year, I think, for the past year.
But yeah, tell us how the Exceeli experience has been, and what's the gaming scene like in Dhaka? That's what I was really interested to hear about.
Honestly, I'll start with Dhaka first. Like gaming scene in Bangladesh wasn't that big when I was playing Counter Strike, like CS:GO.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Grizzly, and you are just tuning into the League Ego Challenger Series 2021. This is my main man, Grey Knight, right here. What's up, Seth? How you doing, man?
It's bright and early. I'm still finding my way. I might need to get some tea midway through this thing, but I'm ready. I'm really excited. I think a lot of people are rooting for Weird, and I haven't seen that team, so I'm really excited to see them in action.
Awesome, man. I know it's super early for you, so I really appreciate you waking up for this. Is it like 7:30 a.m. for you right now? 8 a.m.?
Yeah, it's 8:09. I just started getting my first work emails. Ready.
That's awesome, man. So hey, if you guys are just tuning in, this is a huge tournament, guys. 32 teams. We started this off in November with 32 teams, and now we're down to our final 8. It's been quite an amazing journey so far. We've seen so many teams coming in, some really good, strong performances from underdogs, you might want to call them, but also some really strong performances from the main teams as well. And tonight's matchup is a mouth-watering one. Exceeli Esports versus Weird Esports. Now, Seth, I don't know if you know this. Exceeli is from Bangladesh, And that
Hey.
man, SS Sami, that you see over there, SS stands for super sexy. Super sexy
So
Sami.
Super Saiyan, but whatever, man. I was a Dragon Ball Z fan myself.
I mean, you could call him that. On the jet, he can be pretty unstoppable. But he has actually played for some of the bigger teams in India. He's played for XTZ. I believe he's played for Team 69 with Binks. So he brings in a whole lot of experience. And this team Exceeli is not isn't they're quite they're doing pretty well in the South Asian scene. And I'm personally excited to see them in the League Go Challenger Series. But hey. Weird esports are no underdogs themselves. You know, they come with a lot of experience themselves. We've seen a whole bunch of these players actually in some other lineups. I remember Pixels has played for Team Valor, who has previously, as you're probably aware, have won the League Go Championship a couple of times. And Smoke A we've seen from FS Esports. So
Oh yeah,
both
I
these
remember that
teams-
guy.
Yeah.
Cypher. Was he a Cypher?
I think
he like
he-
popped off.
He plays Sova. He plays Astra sometimes, and I think he's gonna see him play Astra today as well. But we're gonna have to
I
wait
really
and
want
watch.
What about the new agent? No one? Chamber?
So Chambers.
his name?
So Chambers actually banned from this tournament because we felt he was too early. You know, we're gonna give it a few more months, maybe for the next one. You know, maybe for the next one, but surely we'll talk about Chamber in just a bit. I want to talk about the prize pool set for this tournament. 1.5 lakhs, 150,000 rupees, and winner takes home 80,000 rupees first place, and then second place takes 40,000 rupees. There's a third place for 20 grand, and we even have a prize for the fourth place, which is 10 grand. So there's a lot to fight for, and we're in the top 8 right now, and over the next 8 days we're gonna see them go into go head to head for this prize money. How exciting is that?
And that's a lot of money. But I'm really excited. Hey man, the best team win. It's always that way when you're competing, and I love that. I love that competitive element to the entirety of the whole scene. And yeah, we've seen some great pop-offs, and I'm expecting an ace from someone at least midway through this.
For sure.
And so we'll just have to wait and watch for that.
Absolutely, man. And I think just as we are getting ready, it looks like we might be all set to get going. In fact, the agent select has just begun, so I'm just gonna jump in and show you guys what's happening there.
My favorite map. Haven. Oh wow.
Haven is one of my favorite maps too.
Yeah. Exceeli has already picked 3 or 4 out of their 5 agents. Already know what they're about.
Absolutely. So the map pool set, by the way, it's going to be Haven, Ascent, and Split. And Weird Esports is going to be defending on all 3 maps. So it's going to be interesting to see how Exceeli is going to come out.
It's crazy.
A quick look at the agent select set. You wanna talk about the agents that we're seeing on screen right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So Haven, we love that map because of the fact that you can easily control it. I think we've always seen it be attacker favored, so I'm kind of expecting Exceeli Esports to have like a very, very, very like good advantage in the early on, and hopefully push that momentum late into late game. But with the way that they pick their agents, I think that they would not have any problem doing that. I think they've played this map quite enough. I honestly haven't seen Jet after the nerf. I've heard things. Since she was one of the 4 agents to be perma-picked
Right.
SAP, I do not know if she's still viable. I've heard that her dash was slowed, or the momentum on it was slowed or something.
Right.
So I'm kind of curious to start seeing some of that be into effect, and if that took any effect, if at any. I know a lot of players were complaining about her like shoot and dash potential and how it would just instantly destroy people, and there was no counterplay to that. So that's kind of always a trade-off that people are expecting in a game like Valorant, where each pixel, each second matters. But we'll just find out. And honestly, I love Breach, Sova, Jet just because of the fact that they're hard engage, hard. They can like get intel for your team, and Jet's like one of those fraggers who can just go in, clear a site really quickly. But on the defender side, actually, something interesting is going on. They have 2 attackers. That kind of gets me a little stressed out for them, because I was expecting them to have at least something like a breach or a sage or something, just so they can like defend a point much better, you know, wall off C, not have anyone just push through long C. But yeah, I think Cypher would be the primary person on one site to cover as the team rotates to protect them. But yeah, again, Haven, one of the most open maps in my opinion. Very, very corner shots and looking out for your team and just knowing where the enemy is coming from at all times is a pretty big advantage to the defenders. But as we've seen time and time again, attackers always seem to run with it.
Agreed, man. And I mean, honestly, for me, yikes. I mean, Sage can come in pretty handy on a map like Haven. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little bit nervous as well that they don't have Sage. They've gone with a Sova, Cypher, Astra picks, and like you rightly pointed out, Seth, they got a couple of duelists in there, both Jet and Phoenix. Maybe they've got the second half in mind. I'm not quite sure. Maybe that's what they're, that's what they've got in their minds, perhaps.
I agree. Like, maybe that's what they have in their mind, but at the same time, you also have to keep into account that most of the people who play attacker side on this map, they usually are the ones who are more favored. I don't know if it's a curse of the map or if it's just the way the map works, but attackers always seem to get at least a 4-round advantage on average in every single game that we've seen. So, just a little concerned, but again, I might be proven completely wrong, as I love being over and over again in this entire tournament. There's some great players. They have a lot of experience, and yeah, like I said, C site is being entirely controlled by Cypher. He's gonna just cam up the place and just for the best. Wait a minute, Jet's over there too.
Absolutely, and we talked about Haven as well, being a more balanced map for a game like Valorant, which generally people may argue that is defender-sided, city-sided. I think Haven's as a nice break for the attackers, because you got 3 sites, you got the opportunity to rotate, you got so much potential to change your strat mid-round. You don't really have to commit, in the beginning. You don't have to show all your cards to the enemy. You can show some presence here in garage, show some presence outside of A, make that decision to make the push, and it could be something completely different from what they made it look in the beginning of the round. And so I think Haven just having 3 sites makes it a bit more attacker friendly, and I think that's your observation is absolutely spot on. Generally attackers do come out better from that first half, but we're gonna have to wait and see, because this matchup in itself is gonna be mouth-watering, Seth. I'm so excited to see this. These are 2 big teams. And is Sami on the Jet, by the way? Yes, thank God. Sami is gonna be on the Jet. Seth, I'm gonna tell you this right now. That man, if he pops off today, Exceeli eSports, it's gonna be curtains really for Weird. But
look, I'm telling you, I'm ready. What was that last guy? I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry, but like, the last person that you were like, man, if he pops up, and poor guy, it took him a while. It did take him a while, and I was very concerned, because I was like, come on, dude, like you're making Grizz look bad. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, oh, and he was hardwired in. He was like 7 ping in the Mumbai server or something, and I was like feeling really bad for him. But again, I expect all of these players to do extremely well. I hopes and dreams are with them. They're professionals. They know what they're doing. They know what they're about, and it's a high stakes environment. 1,50,000 is not a small amount, and there we go, the first kill of the day by your very own Ascent. With the spike as well, a really ballsy move, and he rightfully transferred that spike to Astra, as I would if I was on that.
he's also down to 10 HP, Sami is, and I think it's about how much more value he can get with this 10 HP. Another pick here would be huge. As Exceeli have taken.
Oh wow, Exceeli just taking it out one by one. Smoke is trying to enter the site, and his Molly doesn't quite catch the Jet. Will he be able to get a weird? No, he doesn't. Sammy, he doesn't trick. Sammy!
Smoke getting a second. But Fancy 9 was there to finish the round and make sure Exceeli don't lose out on that. But hey, for a second there, Smokey was starting to do something surprising. But we were.
He flung with 10 HP and got the Phoenix down to 9. Then it was just a battle of who had the bigger balls.
It really was. It really was. 1-0 on the scoreboard. Exceeli getting off the mark. And just as you were saying, an attacker-sided map. And it is what it is so far. Seth, the attacking side wins the first round. It's going to be a full eco coming in now for Team Weird Esports. There you go. Not a single buy, not even a sheriff. And on the side of Exceeli Esports, full buys. And here you go, head to head.
Oh,
Deadly.
what the heck? Holy crap! Did he right click that? I feel like
He
right
did.
clicked that.
He did. And he managed to catch the only player from Exceeli who did not have an SMG.
Bro, I don't know how Sammy knew that smoke was amazing. Like, Smoke walked into his own zone, but he was shot very quickly. Yeah, this is...
Obscuring
I think
vision.
this was understandably around Phoenix Exceeli's boat because of the fact they have SMGs versus pistols. It's the same concept that people in America say, do not bring a knife to a gunfight. They just seem
One
to
enemy
run
remaining.
into an SMG fight, and it's not looking too good. I think this should be a comfortable win for Exceeli. Unless... Oh! One!
He gets one, and that's one less vector that Team Exceeli is going to be able to take into the next round. And it all adds up. Every drop counts. A second round on the board from Team Exceeli. Not surprised. The buy was quite substantial. And you would expect that they would put away that round with ease. Deadly stealing a kill, if I can use that word, early in the round. And denying the ability to save all 4 specters that were purchased. But nonetheless, on the side of Exceeli Esports is going to be most definitely what looks like a bonus round. Fancy 9, the Killjoy, who went in for a frenzy last round, is going to be able to afford a full Vandal. And everybody else looks like they are going to be continuing on the weapons from that last round. On the side of Weird Esports, however, a full buy, 5 rifles, full shields.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. Yeah, tell me how that works out. I think... Does it work out in their favor or no? I think they're making is that a Hail Mary play?
No, I mean, I guess if you lose the pistol round, you're not going to have enough money to buy anything substantial for yourself in the second round. So the logic there is that you just go in for a save, and then on the third round, which is what we're going to watch right now, they're going to come in with a full buy. And on the side of the team that won the first round, they're going to be looking at taking as many weapons as possible from that second round and play what you call quote-unquote bonus, because they're not going to buy any new weapons this round and try to steal, as many rifles as they can from the team that's coming in with a full buy. So the pressure is really on Team Weird Esports here, because the investment is on their side, and they're going to have to connect their headshots. They need to be snappy with those and not allow Exceeli to sneak into positions where they can make those weapons work. Like an SMG, close range. They can just run and run and gun anyone holding a Vandal, and that's not ideal, but it happens.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 of them have a Phantom, so I always assumed that the Phantom is always better. Multiple YouTube videos, guides, whatever you want to call them, like a lifetime of observation, the Phantom has always seemed to be like one of the most prevalent guns players, but I do also know that people love connecting heads to the Vandal, so
Right.
Again,
well, personally, I
just
prefer.
my
I would
favorite.
prefer a Vandal personally. But hang on. Look at Smokey's position. Did you see that? Smokey has snuck up all the way to A lobby. He's not going to push further. He's just going to hold that spot as the spike is now going down on B side.
Planted.
Weird Esports
he's
is
lurking really well.
and Team Weird seem to be quite okay with this. They're okay with that plant going down. I think they backed themselves to retake this B side. There you go. First pick coming in from Rio on the Sova, taking down Zolo Crazy, who was on the Astra. Tries to stick that half diffuse. He will. All the utility in the world raining down on him.
Sova hurt him. Yep, there you go. Smokey doing a lot of
One
damage.
enemy
I
remaining.
think the Sova did not hear him.
I don't think he did, but Team Weird managed to defuse the spike nonetheless while Smokey was fighting all those players in B window. And with that, the
That was
first
extremely
round,
well- yeah,
it
that
was, it
extremely
was.
well coordinated.
And I think it was Rio who went for that YOLO defuse as absolutely everything came down on him. There was a breach stun, there was a shock dart, there was a molly, there was a smoke. And he was just like, I want to hold this down. He managed to get the half defuse on, and then from there it was pretty straightforward.
I mean, I might be wrong, but have the defuse had gone down, or was it has it been the same? Because that felt very quick.
Well, that's because the guy who was doing it first diffused half, and once you diffuse half in Valorant, unlike in CS:GO, you don't have to do it all the way again from the beginning. You just have to
Save
do
your
this.
progress.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Bad Luck
Spike
gets a
down
beautiful
A.
kill from a box. That's one thing you should be watching out now. Get all the effort on top of it, but instantly traded out by Rio. Sammy gets another beautiful kill, and so does Chef Freaks. Yeah, like
Last player
six
standing.
teams are in the game. Smokey again teaching us why this lurker is so in demand. I would not want to be in front of the crosshairs of this guy. This guy is annoying as hell.
He
like
absolutely is. He stole a kill
This team
there.
loves him.
He stole a kill, and I think it was the pick of Sami. It was, and now it's down to Fancy 9 and Duke. They've repositioned
Got
to
this.
C side.
Spike planted.
The breach ult is available. It's not going to be needed because Duke is going to peek Smokey and put a bullet in his head.
Yeah, I saw that. Like he aimed at the turret instead of the corner. He could have taken a few shots.
Right. Right.
Unfortunate, but very good try by Smokey. Definitely think like he's he's fragging right now. I think he's gonna continue to do that. I think Exceeli eSports just keep in touch with this man is just gonna be lurking this whole game. I think they're gonna be fine. I think they just need to keep like an eye in the back of their heads, and they're just fine. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk magic number, right, Seth? I mean, what's Weird Esports looking at
the
right now?
ma-
The magic number, dude.
I thought it was 5 wins.
Well, on Haven, I think Exceeli wants to take 7. That's what I'm thinking right now. At least, if not 8.
That's a lot, man. You altering on your principles right there. Oh God! Oh,
Sami
what
and
just
Duke.
happened?
Getting to early picks. Team Weird is on an eco buy this round, so it should be an easy round for Team Exceeli Esports. There's that lurk once again. Smoke A
Spike
coming
planted.
in to this B window. He's gonna get spotted out by the turret if he's not careful.
He's gonna get a beautiful kill onto Fancy.
Uh-oh.
And
What?
gets one
Player
kill.
standing.
Oh, what? I thought that right click should have connected, but I guess not. So, a really beautiful kill by peeking Fancy as he gets now taken out, but rotating and Pixel is not able to get another one. Unfortunate, but it's still better than all 5 living. These knives are good. I don't know what Valorant did to these knives, but they're looking fresh.
Yeah, this is the new Champions, the Champions bundle. You know, the Champions tour that's happening right now as we speak. How exciting that has been, Seth. I've been watching these games, and Team Gambit, who were pegged to be the favorites of that tournament, had a rough start really against Team Secret. They lost that first map. I think the whole Valorant community was a bit shaken by that performance from Team Secret, but nonetheless they came back to win the match. And I think Sentinels was playing yesterday as well. So a lot happening this week, Seth, in the Valorant world.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of fan favorites coming into these our tournaments as well. Has been a lot of a shocker to most of them. They just don't realize that. I personally, being on a college team for esports, pressure is always on. No matter how much you practice. There you go. Top fragging again for his team. Bad Luck gets a kill on Sammy. Fancy with a beautiful shot on the Pixels. Wow. Yeah.
Spike down.
Exceeli
C.
Esports might just be coming in back into their element, but do not count Rio out. And Bad Luck and Fancy trades it as he makes it a 2 versus 2. Will they be able to do it? I do not know with the attacker killjoy.
Spike planted.
Little tricky, and there we go.
Well,
Just like that, they both dodged.
Duke has the Rolling Thunder as an option. Now, that is one of the most powerful ultimates in this game. Seth.
One enemy remaining.
It's down to just himself, though.
Smoke A, my man, downtown.
He knows what it's about,
Fighting
Seth.
for his
He knows
team.
what
Yeah,
he knows
he's
what's
gonna
going
do
on.
Silva.
He gets his ultimate. He passes on the diffuse to Rio, so he can pick up that ult orb. And Weird Esports register round number 2 for themselves, and the scoreline now 4-2 with Exceeli in the lead. But going back for a second there, I mean, Duke, was the Rolling Thunder not an option? I just wonder.
Okay, so my mentality when you said that was, I think he should have saved his Rolling Thunder anyways because of the fact that they could use it with a full buy round. I think using it in a disadvantage would have been like quite tricky because even though he might have traded a kill with Smoke A,
Yeah.
Rio would have
Yeah.
been able to like finish him off and still get the diffuse off, rendering
Yeah, you're probably right about
whole
that.
play,
Yeah.
in like fallible. So I personally think it was a smart decision to save it. I'm always a big fan of it. To just like save it. Oh wow, he gets a beautiful. Nope. He dinks someone.
He dinks someone, but his ultimate does get shut down, and in fact, Rio takes a lot of damage as well, down to just 14 HP now. He has to fall back. This A side is looking a little bit weak now, and Team
I mean, I'm a
Exceeli.
little worried about Smoke A. He doesn't have he doesn't have any armor actually, so yeah, a little concerned for my man over here who loves the lure. So just have to see as Team Exceeli just on side C, maybe hoping for an aggressive push. And there you go, Fancy gets a beautiful kill, but Deadly 10 takes revenge, the Avenger over here for his team. Smoke is now in side C. Oh no, why did he look away?
That is
No,
unfortunate.
Sammy's right there. Yeah, it is very
30
unfortunate. I think
seconds
they
left.
know that Smoke A is there. He's biding his time, waiting
Spike
for the
planted.
perfect opportunity. Will he be able to get another couple of kills in? There you
Yeah,
go.
and Seth, you talked about the Rolling Thunder being saved, and I think it's going to be saved for a round like this, where they would need to use it, and they got 3 players still. There you go! There you go! That's the Rolling Thunder. It connects with every single player almost, except for Bad Love, who manages to come in and picks up.
One enemy remaining.
One pick is down to Jess.
That is a diffuse. That has to be a diffuse.
It is going to be a diffuse, and that's Bad Love coming in from that garage position, getting those 2 important picks, most importantly getting Breach down, and then in the end had to pick up that Sova on C-Long as well. And with that, round number 3, Weird Esports are fighting back.
I'm not that concerned for Exceeli Esports just because of the fact that they do have more defenders on their team, so even when the round switches, I think it's going to be a more favored matchup for them still. I am a little concerned that they're not able to build the momentum that we talked about early game and push themselves in the lead. Again, we haven't hit the magic number yet, but I also want to emphasize that Weird Esports has had 3 diffuses time and time again, but these are precision diffuses. The man goes for it, and his team covers his butt. It is literally one of the most insane and most fast-paced diffuse that I've ever seen in any team, and they're very extremely well coordinated. So I'm expecting great things from this team going forward, but I'm just a little concerned for Exceeli because they have not been able to funnel that momentum yet, and I'm kind of expecting them to, but Smoke has been really giving them the grind.
And a strange buy from Exceeli as well this round. I don't know if they've picked up those Vandals from those kills perhaps. Yes, it is an eco round, and they somehow have managed to get the man advantage, and now it's down to just Deadly and Bad Love. How are they gonna navigate this? Nuh-uh.
That's a beautiful.
That wasn't the move, Deadly. It's down to just Bad Love. He gets taken down. A thrifty round in the bag for Exceeli Esports. They came in with just Sheriffs, I think, this round set, and that is a strong performance from them. Another round registered, 5-3 on the board, and Weird Esports will be disappointed that they let that one out of the hands. It was a full buy coming in from them, and Exceeli stealing
kills
it.
under his bag. Edlove should have had 2 kills. I think he just got a little too nervous in that last. I was watching him. He might have, yeah. He missed the head of the Astra there by Zolo Crazy pretty hard. So I think the pressure might be getting to them, but again, it's something that we've always noticed in this game. It's a high pressure, high stake environment. I think Rio has apparently disconnected, so we'll have quite a bit of just talk about what happened in the last round and how I think Adlove and Smoke are kind of being like the as their characters would say, like they're the top fraggers, and for good reason.
Yeah,
I think
and
they're doing a lot of work.
I'm actually just looking at the scoreboard now, and Bad Love is on 10-6, so he's had a good start to this game, and Team Weird
Yeah,
Esports would be hoping that he's going to continue on. Smoke is looking good as well, 8-7 for himself. Team Weird is going to be coming in with an eco buy this round, and on the side of Exceeli Esports, Fancy 10-6 for himself on the Killjoy. What's happening there? Sami is not
So,
far behind, 9-7.
I'm just gonna say, I'm a little concerned that no team has bought an op yet. Is that like a new thing? Is that a meta shift? Did they change something with the op, or just both?
Not at
teams
all,
really
not at all. And you know, you talked about the jet nerf a bit earlier, and I was just going to say, you know, SK Rossi, Seth, I'm sure you've heard of him. He's one of the biggest
Absolutely.
Valorant players coming out of India. You know what?
I won't forget that name.
Right, his words.
I saw a
when-
whole interview. Of
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. This.
the
Yeah.
gaming
He's.
or the eSport.
I mean, honestly, he's getting the recognition he deserves. Finally. Which is great,
Look,
fantastic. But I wanted to quote
all
what
I'm
he
gonna
said
say-
about the jet nerf. He said,
Oh.
as long as I can op and dash out of a place, jet's always going to be in the meta. Right? And that's what jet brings. And you talked about there's this game not having an op yet. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. And maybe it's just because it's been so close that no team has been able to sort of build up their economy enough to be able to afford one. Without having to take a significant risk. And maybe it's just that. And in fact, if you take a look at Bad Love right now, he's got 3,400 creds and he's still going to save. So chances are he is going to be saving for an op in that next round because...
Yeah, he did get a Marshall.
Right. And 8 rounds in,
He's rolling in the dough.
we're almost done with the first half and Team Weird Esports haven't picked up the op yet. So I think it's going to be... it's going to be an operator for us in that next round. But yeah, I mean, going back to the jet nerf, yeah, I mean, the knives... I guess it was a balanced change that was needed because a lot of people would sort of abuse the right click up close. So basically what happens is that if you right click and or you send out all your knives and you get a kill, you don't get a refresh on the knives, which you would get previously. And now you only get a refresh on the left click, which means that you either get a headshot or you connect 3 body shots. And so I guess they're just trying to reward precision, aim. Because that's what
And I
jet
respect that.
is.
Yeah, like I respect that a lot because I've played in the lower tiers because I'm not a Valorant pro like you guys. I've played in whatever the lowest is, bronze, silver, and you always have that one jet who dashes at you with a judge, and that's when you know life is not that great. Maybe this game isn't all that fun, and it's pretty sad, but. I'm happy that they're awarding more precision plays. I know there was a guy who was a Sage main. Heard about him just climbing up to the ladders of Immortal with just a Sage and a shotgun, and he was known as a shotgun Sage.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Speaking of SK Rossi, when I was watching the interview, I loved how everyone was memeing that he was just Forsaken in different skins. I think,
dude,
his chin beard kind of.
It looks exactly like
Forsaken.
Forsaken.
Yes, I am not even kidding. I was literally like, I'm not about to meme this kid. This kid is actually talented, and if he's gonna bring back the Valorant, scene in India, you do you, man. It's a long journey. I respect you, my man. Get that bread.
You know what's funny, Seth? I've been watching SK Rossi for about a year now, a year and a half maybe, since the time he moved to Valorant, and people talked about how crazy this guy was. And you know what? What actually caught my attention was because he made the leaderboard, right? And in Valorant, if you're making the leaderboard in India, it means you're playing among the best of Southeast Asia. You're playing with the best of Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam, and that is not a joke, right? You're up against some of the really good players in Southeast Asia, and this guy was right up there, and that's what really caught my attention, and I started following him. And on his streams, it's so funny because people were genuinely concerned that he was Forsaken, trying to make a comeback in a different alias. And so every stream he would be like, guys, I am not Forsaken. And at some point he got so tired of it that on April Fools he made a video where he quote unquote confessed that he was Forsaken.
Oh my god. What a absolute monster.
was a
Getting
riot.
back to the game.
Ooh, Smokey!
Triple
Spike
Smokey.
down.
This was
With
not
a classic.
This was not part of the script set. Spike is down. 2 kills with that classic. Can he get his hands on the Vandal? He does. He does. This could be
I
the
don't know if
round.
they can get this. Yeah, I don't know if they can get the spike because he's put his molly on it. It's a little tricky, but I guess that's a little crazy. That's go for it. Yep, there he does. Looking a little hairy from Smokey is watching that corner very well. I actually honestly love how weird esports is taking it. They're watching all their corners. They're covering each other's backs. There's no stone left unturned on this team, and they're doing it very, very tactfully, very, very precision based. I think that break was much needed for them. But Fancy9 gets a beautiful kill on the bad love. Astra might. She doesn't hit him. Shots
One
are fired.
enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Absolutely destroyed
30
by
seconds
Rio.
left.
Just waiting for him to Astra. Fancy9 over gets a beautiful kill on the Rio. Just going back to Smokey, saving this for his team, but Fancy9 says not today, buddy, and gets a kill on him. But Deadly 10 will be able to use Fancy9. Nice shot in there.
Another thrifty round, Seth. What's happening today? Another thrifty round. These teams look like they're playing better when they don't buy heavy.
I personally think that these teams have been conditioned to do better with less guns, which is great, but you know, the more powerful the gun, the faster you win the round, in my opinion. But hey, you do you. If Smokey can get 2 kills like that every game, I would rather have him on the classic than a spec.
Right. Absolutely.
And he's doing great. Like, the team's doing great. I think it's an even matchup. It's very hard to tell which team's just favored right now. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and watch, man. This is a nail biter for sure.
This is an interesting start from Weird Esports, pulling out his ultimate.
Oh, there we go. Pixel barely survived.
Spike planted.
Just a beautiful kill on the Fancy9. He needs to trade off that spike. Dangerously low. Gets tagged by the shock arrow from Sova. Gotta hurt a little bit. Goes back into the air, gets the smoke up for them for long C. And was that the ultimate coming out? I think it was.
Ooh, they've managed to register half a defuse despite the Sova ultimate here. And now this could be close here. Hang on, Rio.
Go there.
Did he just defuse the spike? He did.
I think he diffused it in that high pressure environment, and that's what I'm telling you. I don't know how these players are doing it, but these guys have the clutch potential of absolute demons.
Unbelievable.
Absolute demons. Are not afraid one bit.
And I think a lot of credit to the player who put that first half defuse on, because he took a hit from that Hunter's Fury from the Sova, but he was like, I'm going to take this one for the team. And he ended up getting killed, but it was enough for his team because Rio was there to jump in and finish that defuse. 5-5. Even Stevens now set at the end of round 10.
Maybe I'm biased, but I have opinions and thoughts very quickly into every game, so just take it with a grain of salt. I think Weird is looking much stronger. There's something about them that's like giving me that feeling of I'm scared to be facing them.
Absolutely. You talked about the op, and there you go. Bad Love is going to come face to face against Crazy, but he is going to go down. He was down to just very low, I think 24 HP.
Yeah,
and now
he had pretty low HP.
A site looks like it's available. The smokes are going to come out.
I mean, Smokey is about to face a whole lot of thunder in that heaven site. I hope that he's just able to make it. I know this man has a lot of clutch potential. Here comes the Sova ultimate.
What?
Tag at least one. Smoke gets Duke? Did you see that?
I did. that was the most that was the most outrageous drop down from heaven I have seen in a while.
And seriously,
That is a
like,
very handy ultimate here.
Come on, bro. They have families, man. You can't do this. What is this man eating? What the hell? Oh my god.
That jump down from heaven, ladies and gentlemen, folks, I hope you guys saw that. I'm gonna clip this one, Seth, because that jump down from heaven was ridiculous.
When you know, Riot Games might be giving him a little bit on the side.
This is a nice spot.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, it's either that or this man is absolutely gifted in the way he plays, and I'm absolutely loving it. Smoke has no fear in his eyes. The man just does what he feels like he needs to be done.
Bot coming back.
Ali, like his results speak for himself. Like, he's doing exceptionally well. He's 14 and 10.
Yeah, I think he's the best player on the map right now, Seth. No cap.
I agree, no cap at all, none at all. But at the same time, like it's funny noticing that Exceeli eSports has.
There he is again, Smokey. What is he doing on his ultimate, taking a player down? I think he dinked another one as well. He does get traded eventually, but he's still gonna be alive, and this lockdown's gonna force him out. Now Rio is in a tough position. Rio's gonna get taken down.
Off your feet! When they see Smoke, they get complacent, which is making Deadly do the lurky lurk. I'm kind of concerned for Exceeli over here as
Spike planted.
may be able to get a beautiful kill on, and he might just have Fancy on his crosshairs, but Fancy doing a beautiful job at just covering the corner. Will they be able to? Oh, this is scary. And there you go, Deadly 10 gets a beautiful lurk on, but his team now hyper vigilant, and dashes in, but gets instantly taken out by Q. Not good. Exceeli eSports. There you go. That's a tag.
Standing.
Another beautiful one by Deadly 10. Will he be able to take anything? Boom, 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 and he gets taken out.
Ooh, that was
Maybe not the smartest.
I don't know if that was the move, Deadly. Honestly, I think he had enough time to go in for the reload and maybe gone for that round. Honestly, it was a 1v1 in the end.
Too much faith in the classic. It's a bad taste in your mouth.
The right click's been nerfed, folks. The right click has been nerfed. It's not as accurate as it used to be. It's not as effective as it used to be. But
Right there.
people still make it work.
Right there.
6-6 at halftime. The magic number most certainly has not been reached. Advantage Weird Esports, you might say, Seth.
I genuinely feel like Weird Esports still have the advantage. I think, like I said, Exceeli has more consistent players. As you can see, like they have 3 people always fragging above 10. They're doing really, really good, and so I think they believe that if they're able to take out their top fraggers on Weird, might be able to have an advantage. And I think rightfully so. Of all the time, Exceeli Esports' only problem has been smoke and back. So it's a little tricky. There you go.
Spike down,
Smoke
mid.
instantly taken out by Shook Freak with his ghost.
Ooh.
A beautiful kill by Zolo Crazy, but he's instantly taken out. Bad Love gets a beautiful shot onto everyone, and it's a 1 versus 2. Bad Love in a really, really tough position against a Jet and a Breach, and we'll just have to find out as a Spike is being watched by Duke.
And Sami here
Smart thing.
sneaking into the garage window, but Bad Love's going all the way around, and this could be dangerous.
One enemy
Woo!
remaining.
I mean, I think this might be Bad Love favorite. If he plays his cards right, I think this might just be enough. Oh god, oh god, oh god, this is it, this is it. Oh no!
How unfortunate is that? And no!
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Dude's crosshair
You guys
placement was
suck.
a little off, just a tad bit. I was watching him and yeah, just the head was not connecting, and neither to the body nor the head, and you gotta feel a little bad. Like I said.
Bad Love has saved that round for Weird Esports almost single-handedly because Exceeli was in such a strong position. I was just going to talk about how crazy went, absolutely crazy, and picked up like 3 kills on B side. Totally dismantling this attack from Weird Esports, but Bad Love salvaging that round 7-6 against the Tide, but Weird Esports really looking strong. Seth, I think I'm gonna go with your prediction, and Fancy is gonna be in trouble here. Fancy will get spotted out trying to sneak into that. He was trying to sneak into the pocket, but the drone sort of caught him out, and now Seaside is completely open for Team Weird Esports.
So he gets a beautiful kill on the Sammy, and Duke gets
One
taken out by
enemy
Bad Love. Man, they're going to dismantle a box of matches that you drop, scattering everywhere. And Weird might just have found their perfect momentum.
8-6 on the scoreboard. SMGs, they're gonna go in for a strong bonus round, and they're gonna have to play this one well, as Exceeli will be pulling out the big guns here. They will come in with a full buy. I don't think they can afford an operator yet, and honestly, this map so far, I feel like Team Weird Esports. I mean, we saw Bad Love with the op a couple of rounds, right? We did in the end of that first half.
It wasn't the best. I mean, he got a kill off of it, but you know, I was expecting more like 2. And honestly, not to push shade on you, but man,
I have retrieved the
boy,
spike.
Sammy ain't performing that much.
Absolutely, and I was just gonna say that it's only a matter of time before Sami brings out that operator, and if they win this round, though, Seth, the economy should sort of allow for that to happen. Weird Esports is gonna try and steal this one away. These guns, they're gonna try to get as much value from them as possible.
There we go. There comes the rolling thunder by Breach. I think.
One enemy remaining.
Oh God!
Ooh, Exceeli.
A little crazy with a blind shot in and gets smoke in his wall. No, it is not, dude.
That was a flawless retake from Exceeli. They haven't lost a single player here, so good attempt from Weird to make that bonus work for them. But they haven't really done much damage. Yes, and Exceeli's gonna save all 5 rifles, and this does mean that Sami should be able to afford an AWP in a couple of rounds here.
I'm waiting for the pop-off, man. Like, I expect great things from Sammy. I think if Exceeli Esports play like that, they might just be winning this game because this is their game. Then this is the defender's match. If they're able to retake sites again and again, it adds a lot of pressure to the enemy team. So
I think a lot is going to depend on how well the AWP is going to be put to use, and this round is important. Sami very, very bold here, very bold. He gets spotted, will dash out of that place.
He went for a pretty cheeky play, but again, like I said, from what you've told me about Sammy, I expect him to make plays like this every single time. Smoke being as courageous as he always is as Breach, firing in, and Smoke knows, do not peek that site. They do have high ground and they might be able to win this. Okay, instantly turns tail. I think that's a good decision. I personally think that's a good decision. Sammy now trying to lurk, get behind this team. Only hope that Bad Love spots him before his team has to face one, and they do. Bad Love drops a better jet, bro.
He is looking like the better jet today, but in that position, you wouldn't really expect the attack outside his jet to be cropped up on top of that corner outside of A lobby. So well played to Bad Love. And now might be an opening for them on this A side. It is being guarded by a couple of players from Exceeli still. Duke is here.
30 seconds
along
left.
with.
There we go. Shivreeks gets a beautiful kill on him.
Standing ahead.
Gets a nice blind, but no.
Spike down
No.
A.
Where are you aiming at, homie?
Deploying drone.
And he gets a nice. Nope. He dinks it a little bit, but doesn't get quite a few kills. Why they would be a little concerned with going for Phantoms instead.
10 seconds
Pixels
left.
here, very cautious. Okay, planting.
Spike planted.
It's a 2 versus 2 now, and Shuvs is trying to steal this kill now before his teammate arrives, and I don't know if that's a good choice because Smokey, let's be honest, is looking so strong. He picks up both those kills.
Beautifully done, man. I was so concerned because they were both swinging at the same time, but this man, flick, boom. Beautifully done, man.
I don't know. Maybe they should have waited and sort of played together. And I was worried that Smokey was alone, but honestly, in the end, it looked like it wasn't even required because Smokey sort of dropped both those bodies. Weird Esports now with a 2-round lead, 9-7. Exceeli here needs to bring the A game on.
Exceeli might be feeling the pressure round. Even up the odds very quickly. Smokey going with the ultimate ham. Let's see if he gets one pick up. I think he should be able to. Beautifully done. His running back is running really low. Come on, buddy, one more. And unfortunately, he does not. But that's 2 kills in the bag for Weird. Weird looking stronger than they've ever have. Freaks might get cross out. Yep. And there you go. Smokey proving to his team again and again why he is a top fragger there. Little bit of a friendly banter in the chat as you can see Fancy9 showing his frustrations with what might have been a kill from the Spectre.
One enemy
And
remaining.
the frustration against the Vandal here in the chat as Team Weird will put on another round on the board. 10-7 set. This first map is starting to take shape, and that shape is in the form of a map in the bag for Weird Esports. It does look like 10-7. Look at the scoreboard. I mean, Smokey, dude, 20 and 13, looking really good. Bad Love, another strong player on the Jet, 19 and 14, and on the side of Team Exceeli Esports. I'm a bit concerned here. The AWP has finally come out. He doesn't have any shields. It's gonna go naked operator because he can't afford anything after the AWP investment.
Oh, I agree, and I think Team Exceeli might be feeling the pressure over here. 3 rounds is a lot. And
Ooh, Sami gets a pick.
Instantly knows. Okay, knows Fancy is just hiding in that place. And there you go.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter because he's gonna go ahead and get the pick. And
has guts, man. This man is gutsy, but not at the right time. That was just very unfortunate.
And they've picked up the side, but in comes the ultimate from Duke. Smokey does not get stunned, but Sami is going to be quick to get a pick off onto Rio, as Team Weird will be forced to retreat now. The man disadvantage is with them. Exceeli in a good position here to win this round. They need to keep control of A side, and I don't think they have control over A side, which does mean, and Deadly seems to be aware of it, but elsewhere Smokey will drop off crazy.
That headshot was beautiful.
I know exactly
where as he was running, and it was insane.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
No, Sami needed to land that. He needed to land that shot with the operator. Now it's down to just Shuvs. A 1 versus 3. He knows there's a player close as well. Gets that. Nearly gets the second as well, as Deadly is down to very low HP. Can he save the AWP? I wonder. Yes, I think that might be the call. I think that might be the call. Let's save the operator. Let's give them the round. 11-7. We'll fight back from there. Sami managed to get 2 picks with the AWP. Smokey is looking so good. Oh! He is chasing.
If he gets it, man, that cubby is a little, like I'd rather play for it.
Does Shuv speak though? That's the question. Does Shuv speak? He does not.
Not good. Yeah, that's actually smart. I think that's smart.
11-7 though. Seth, are we ready to call this one?
You know what? 4 rounds is plenty enough for me. Like it's been a while since Exceeli Esports has done anything. Their main man Sammy, he's popping off. He's not top fragging, but he's popping off. Like I said, Exceeli Esports is more consistent, but unfortunately for them, they're against a Goliath Smoke A, and they're having a lot of trouble with this guy. He's consistently shown that he can perform, and he's consistently taking them out with precision, clarity. Like, this man just has no fear in his eyes, and he just pops off. So I don't know. I think if they're able to shut down Sammy and Bad Love, I think they might have a better shot at getting.
I think you mean Smokey and Bad Love. Absolutely.
Sorry. Yeah, Smoke and Bad Love. My bad.
I mean, if I was the coach of Exceeli right now, that's what I'm telling them. Find Smoke A and put a bullet in his head ASAP, because that man is looking so good tonight. And Sami here with the operator. This might be an opportunity here for Exceeli if he can steal one and dash away just like that. Goes back to that short position. He's going to come face to face with Bad Love now. This Astra utility might be a little bit concerning for him. Ooh, he should have landed that one as well, but now he retreats. Can he get a third? He does get a second. Ooh, Sami, there you go. Where have you been? There he is, a 4K. And an 8th round on the board for Exceeli Esports. We talked about the operator set and how important it could be.
I mean, hey, I'm proud of the guy, man. Going up. Good job. Finally opened his account. So, I think Sammy's now playing it. You know, as we say in America, there's my little brother on my account. Sorry, I just hopped on.
I just hopped on.
Yeah, like that. I think that's what Sammy's gonna be saying. Like, my bad. But my brother was on. That's me. Like, For real, for real.
I mean, and also
yeah.
around like that, what does it do to weird esports? Because all of a sudden they seemed like they were cruising, and now Sami puts on a display like that where he just drops 4 kills on one site. Do you now choose the site you want to push based on Sami's position?
No, honestly, I feel like that could have been done better in the Sami. I think he would have lost if they had just been better
Spike
about
planted.
playing him, but at the same time, I'm not very concerned. I think we esports, what they're doing, they always have a backup strategy in mind. I think they're going to try and play a defensive thing. I think Shiv Freaks is trying to lurk. A little concerned for the smoke, man, over here. We'll just have to find out what happens. There you go. What is happening? Fancy just steps into the cage. Willy-nilly. Shiv Freaks gets a beautiful smoke and instantly taken out. Sammy!
Last player standing.
My man doing work here. Holy crap.
Bad Love, though, in the end was there to control the damage and to win that round back for Weird. Exceeli doing really well there. Sami with those 2 picks outside of B, but in the end, that decision to stick, Bad Love had a thing or two to say about that. And set with that, we are at match point for Team Weird Esports. Exceeli, by the way, Seth, I'm just being told, it's pronounced Exceeli. So my apologies, I've been calling them Exceeli. I don't think there's a K in the pronunciation, so thank you to whoever pointed that out. Are against the ropes now, Exceeli Esports, match point. They need to bring their A game on here, and guess what? They don't have the money for a full buy. Duke's going to be coming in with a Spectre purchase.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Nowhere to run! Esports is really good. And it's just tricky for
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god.
Boom! There you go, Spectre. Yeah, this was
Attackers win.
unfortunate. They just dismantled this team. Like at the end of the game, Exceeli Esports was just like I think that Weird Esports were reading them like a book.
I think so
like
too.
I said, they just weren't able to build up that momentum early game, and it was just unfortunate. But look at like combat score, man. Like Smoke A at 300. This man was on fire and on point. Bad Luck dropped the 20 bomb too. And Sammy, you know, props to that guy. He did what he's recognized for. He at least got a 20 bomb. I'm okay with that. 20 kills is a lot. It's a lot. And I think that the team just did not feel right. Like it was just they were not able to build that momentum up early, and it was just very unfortunate that they were not able to get that lead up, because I strongly believe that site or Heaven site is attacker favored, and choosing one less fragger I think might have been their demise.
Well, I mean, I guess they made it work though, because they ended up winning in the end. I mean, Weird Esports. I mean, we talked about Smoke A, man. I mean, what a performance from him. 23 and 15. He looked on point pretty much from the beginning today. And that is where I felt Exceeli may have just missed out. Sami he wasn't finding the picks he needed early on. You know what I'm saying? And that last round though, can we talk about that last round for a second? What even was that? Weird Esports absolutely steamrolling that C side, taking full control and sort of finishing the map off like it wasn't even funny there, and making a statement for sure. Exceeli has a point to prove. They need to make a comeback, but the score is 1-0 now. Folks, this is a best of 3. If you're just tuning in, we are in the quarterfinals of the League Ego Challenger Series. This is quarterfinal number 1, and it's going to be Exceeli Esports versus Weird Esports. Exceeli Esports, of course, a team from Bangladesh, as you guys are aware. Very excited for this matchup. Weird Esports has won the first game. It was on Haven, and we are going to be headed over to Ascent very soon. Smokey and Battle of both putting on strong performances. Sami did well in that second half though, Seth. I have to say, he looked very exciting with the operator. A couple of sneaky plays. And the key statistic here for you, 6 first bloods, Seth. 6 first bloods for Sami. So, might not have been the strongest performance of his life, but I think he's done well nonetheless.
And I am concerned for Exceeli because of the fact that Ascent is just a more lurker favored map, and what we've seen with Smoke and Bad Love, these players connect to heads really quickly, and they're the players that I would hate if they were on the opposing team and they lurked consistently, because Ascent has those corners that you have to watch and those really long like roll arounds that you can do to like get back to a site or get back to another point. And I really dislike how crazy tight knit the map is and how much it offers enemy teams to like kind of like sit in a corner and get like a really nice angle. So my concern for Exceeli is that they need to show a little bit of aggression and put their fraggers on fraggers. You know, get the attackers out there if you have attackers. Like let's just go get it done. You know. So, man, is the next map Ascent? I thought it was.
Well, it's going to be Ascent, and then we're going to be heading over to Split. But just before that, we're going to be jumping into a quick break, folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon with map number 2. It's going to be Ascent. So we will be live very shortly. We'll be right back after this break. I don't know if Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Bro,
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay, listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past, right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? This next guest does not require an introduction. He's been a pro player in the Valorant scene for a while. Please join me in welcoming Smoke A.
Hello. Hello.
To say, is your inspiration to be in esports?
ये तो बहुत मतलब
मुश्किल
फेवरेट क्वेश्चन
बड़ा
बोलूंगा।
अच्छा फेवरेट
नहीं,
क्वेश्चन ठीक है बढ़िया चलो
क्योंकि इंस्पिरेशन लाइक मेरे चाचा से लिया है। So his name is Shadow A.
If I'm not wrong, he's a CS:GO pro, right? मेरे को याद था करण एक राउंड जब तुमको पैरा ने नाइफ किया था. It's a knife set.
बहुत ज़्यादा टिल्ट हो गया था मैं.
Awesome. And उसके बाद
तो एक मोटिवेशन मिल गया हमें सबको. मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा लाइक मोटिवेट ही हुआ उससे नाइफ से. तो I was like घुस के फिर वही you know.
Smoke A. Average combat score 353, 27 and 12.
But yeah, any message to Para? वो देख रहा होगा अभी जब ये live जाएगा. क्या बोलोगे Para को?
Next time सोच समझ के नाइफ करना भाई Para. Hi, my name is Smoke from Weird Esports. We are playing League Ego Challengers Series 2021. So please come and support us. It will be live at December 1.
Today my guest, he's playing for the lineup True Rippers right now. Please join me in welcoming Paradox.
Hello everyone.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are back, and we're gonna get going with map number 2, which is gonna be Ascent very, very shortly. But Seth, before that, quick thoughts on that game, what we just witnessed at Haven. Weird Esports picking that one up, making it look easy as well, if I can say.
Yeah, no, they really did. In the end, I think they grabbed their momentum, and Smoke A knew that he was their team's nuclear deterrent. So that man just popped off and blew up everyone. Man, that was like crazy to watch. Honestly, I was shocked. I was like very scared for my life. Anyways, yeah, Bad Love and Smoke A really put their team on their back. I think it was a very good play. I think their team would cover them the minute like they would go in. They were heavily tactical in their approach. They would just go for the spikes. The spike diffusers were some of the most ballsiest I've ever seen in a lot of tournaments. It was crazy to watch, but I'm really happy that their aggression paid off. I think that Exceeli esports were a little bit on the back foot even when they were attacker side. It's a little concerning for me, but at the same time, like, I think that they did get their momentum. They were evened out. They know that they can beat this team. They have it in them. It's just a matter of how.
I agree. And hey, we clipped a play of the game. Do you want me to play it and see what we saw there? I think it was that absolute madness from Smoke, if I'm not mistaken. And no, I believe this was the clutch that we saw. Yes, the drop down from Heaven. Smoke, remember Seth on A site in Haven, making it look easy.
And
how good was he tonight?
Yeah. Like, he's insane. Like, the man's cracked. Came to game. That's it. That's all I can say. The man came to game today, and he's showing these teams, like, not on the same level. You are gonna get run over, and the car is gonna be named Smoke A.
Like, I think that's a good way to put it. The car is gonna, the truck rather, that's gonna run you over.
The friggin' freight truck over here, this homie, just running these kids down. Like, Jesus, they have families, man. Like, come on.
That's. I mean,
but yeah, it was a little disheartening to watch because I think Sammy really got into his zone in the later stages of the game. But by that time, that lead that Weird had was so massive, a little tricky.
Agreed. And it looks like we are all set for map number 2, folks. If you guys have missed it, it is going to be Ascent, and there you have it. That is what we have for our map number 2. We are on Agent Select. Any thoughts here, Seth, on Ascent?
Man, Ascent, I don't know. I really don't. I think Jet would be, yep, there you go. Like, again, are you noticing how Exceeli just perma-picks like these 3 agents all the time? Like Jet and Jet, Breach, and Sova almost instantly. And I think
the whole I think the same lineup.
Whole lineup
yeah.
is the same. I don't know if I agree with that. Because, like, honestly, as much as I love watching, like, yes, you're comfortable on agent, you main an agent, I think that people who are jack of all trades kind of do better. Oh, please pick Sky. I love Sky. Not her Australian accent.
Well, I love her Australian accent. I don't know about you.
Yes, that goes without saying. But I just wanted to point it out.
Choose your agent.
I do love the infinite blinds that she has in her kit. That makes me believe that Riot do this. We've always been faithful players to the game. But anyhow, it's just sad to like, I think a lot more like a Cypher would have been good instead of a Breach, in my opinion, on Ascent. It just feels very like, I mean, Exceeli esports are an aggressive team. I think that the Breach suits her playstyle a little better, but at the same time, like, I do not like going for the same picks again. It just seems very lackluster and very, like, not thought out at all. It just kind of seems like just picking what they're comfortable on, which again, like, might assure you a victory, but more than likely, like, it might not give you an advantage that you might be looking for. So, getting back to it, spoke on the Sky, which I think is our favorite champion right now. It would be safe to say that. And then the Jet, I'd love, I'm assuming. But there we go. And then Deadly 10 on the Killjoy. Killjoy, I feel like, is a necessary evil on this map just because of how wide and open it is at every set. Ultimate know, it comes in handy to defend that site and make them walk all that distance again, or rather be to the threat of being trapped.
Right, right. I mean, agreed. And I mean, honestly, Killjoy for me on Ascent, I think it makes total sense. And it's not because I'm main Killjoy pretty much on my main account lately, but I think, I mean, just the way her utility is set up, her kit is so strong on this B side and even on the A side for that matter, that, you know, just between her and Sova, just between the Killjoy and Sova, I mean, you got pretty much the whole map covered in terms of the sites at least. And then you got two players trying to boss that midfield. You know, I think, I mean, you know, I think it's a good pick. I will take your observation about having two initiators, Breach and Sova. Yeah, that is, it's an interesting one. And you say maybe go for a Cypher instead. I would say perhaps another duelist maybe. You know, I would like to see a Reyna maybe on Ascent. And interestingly, both the controller options both teams have gone for Astra on the controller. So it is something worth noting that that team Exceeli is going to be coming in with two initiators for now. However, they are trying to push this A side, not with much luck. Smokey has managed to keep them in check with that utility of his.
And he closed the garage door as well, and now they might be pushing through Astra smoke. Let's see if something happens. Smokey has his sights up. Oh man, it's a beautiful push, but it is in vain.
Last player
What are they doing? Oh, they're trying to knife him. Wow, that is some BM, dude. That is so much BM. I would not want to be Team Exceeli right now.
Someone tried to knife someone in round 1 of this map. That is how this game is going right now. That's what we're watching right now, Seth. 1-0 on the scoreboard. Weird Esports starting strong. And I have to say, Sami needed to have connected that first headshot on Pixels. He missed it. Pixels was hiding its switch. I thought Exceeli's approach to the first round was pretty strong. They took a lot of control on A main. That A shot was fully in control. I think they just needed those picks. And Exceeli, they got a point to prove here. It looks like they're going to be pushing this B and mid in this round. Just one sheriff on Exceeli for this round, so any kills here would be more or less just a bonus. Bad Love in a tough spot has fallen behind, but Smokey coming from behind to save his teammate and is down to just Fancy now. Ooh, Weird Esports. Weird Esports. These guys are looking like they're having fun, Seth.
Absolutely, sorry. I cut off for a little bit because there's a train in the background going and it's pretty loud. So.
No worries.
But no, I was watching that whole play. I think it's fearful. If someone's having fun in a tournament, that's when you should be afraid. It's the team that will pull it through. So I'm a little concerned for Exceeli right now. They're
Your thoughts and prayers.
Like, he's a late bloomer. We saw him pull a 20 frag, but he did it pretty late into the game when it was like becoming dire, which makes me think that the man does pull it under like dire circumstances. So I'm expecting great things from the guy, but at the same time, his team also needs to be pulling some stuff.
A double hold in pizza. This is a trap for Sami. This is a trap for Sami. If he's not careful here, it's going to be curtains.
Is walking. There we go. He notices. Smoke has noticed someone with a trailblazer. He be acting on that information? I don't think so. Wow. I have just kept them at bay. The Breach and the Astra very fearful to go into
Deadly down to 2 HP. Picking off 2 kills though. He's gonna get a heal from Smoke. So that's helpful. And all of a sudden Exceeli on a full buy find themselves. They do have sight, but just 2 versus 5. It's a tricky situation. They need to work themselves out of a tough one. They've got the guns as well. They've got all they've all got guns. They've got 3 vandals.
Spike planted. 1 enemy remaining.
Oh no! Solo Crazy takes a little bit too much time to connect his shot. It's really unfortunate to watch. I think the man would have gotten 2 kills if he did not. Oh man, he took a long time. I think he should have just switched targets, but the Jet was going to be too scared to poke her head out. Would have given him the happening right now. It's honestly very sad to see Exceeli esports just dropping that fast every single round. I think they lose 2 people a minute. Peek their head out into a site, which is, I think it does a lot to their mental state and their momentum. I think Beard are just starting to, like, unless they start throwing really hard, I think they're in a very good spot.
I think so. It's going to be an eco round that's going to come in from the side of Exceeli esports. And let's take a look at their economies. In fact, yep, it does look like they're going to come in with a couple of half buys. I can see 2 sheriffs, maybe 3 sheriffs, and a Spectre. Duke yet to make his purchase on the side of Weird Esports. However, Rio has brought out the Odin set. He's going to be holding that B site, no doubt. And 4 rifles. Economy is looking healthy, and Bad Love will be very, very happy to pick up an operator in that next round and sort of take full control of this first half. 3-0 on the scoreboard. Weird Esports looking in a very strong position.
No, I hate the boathouse Odin much, but it works. Always has.
And Rio here with that recon, he is ready for it. Finds nobody. Finds nobody outside
Yeah,
B.
he knows. Man just knows. Man knows they're pushing, but A side looking too juicy. And there we go. Oh my gosh, fancy. There you go. That's what you want to see. Smokey holding down the side again. He'd be able to push through. Fun buddy. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful dink in the smoke. A nice blind. And Smokey, just like that, has defended the site. Not single-handedly, came at the cost of 2 people, but yeah, this is, I think they might be hitting your magic number soon. I think it's 1 more round. This round is in the bag for Weird again. But yeah, 1 more round, and I think they might. Oh, there you go. Fancy gets a beautiful kill onto Weird.
Ooh, Smokey flashes himself.
What are you doing? That was a little upsetting.
And I think Bad Love looked surprised himself, but he was there to make sure that they didn't lose the round. And in the end, Weird Esports will come out with that round as well. A lucky shot through the smoke there for Smoke A, getting a pick, and then Sami couldn't capitalize on that phantom he picked up outside of A main as well. It was a save round though from Exceeli Esports, so they shouldn't be too disheartened with what we're seeing so far. They're going to come in with a full buy now. Full buy for Team Exceeli Esports. They've got the lockdown as an option.
Scanning ahead.
What are they going to play? What is the play here, Seth? It looks like they're going to take control of mid first.
I think mid would be the best thing to go. They haven't tried it. I think it's uncharted territory. I think it's they might have better success. They're already in the gardens. See what they're able to do. As you can see, Sammy just lurking around mid bottom, mid pizza. He's making his way up there. But like I said, Bad Love has his number written, and if he spots, I think he already knows that Sammy's kind of there. The smoke might help him. There you go. Sammy gets instantly taken out by Bad Love. Bad Love had that angle in the bag, dude. This dude was watching that corner like a hawk.
He did, and I think Exceeli really feeling the need to get those opening picks here. I think that's what they've struggled with, trying to get those entry frags, and I think Sami just not finding the form that he usually would, or would like to at least.
It's rather unfortunate that Exceeli is not able to do anything over here. It's just so sad, but yeah, they need to make something happen soon, or they have 30 seconds on the block, and yeah,
Pixels
not letting go of the gas either.
Pixels here picking off 2 on A main, and now it's down to just the last 2 players from Exceeli Esports. It's going to be Crazy and Shubs. Crazy will get a pick onto Bad Love.
Crazy gets a beautiful kill on the Bad Love. He'll be able to and no, he does not. Smoke gets a beautiful kill.
A.
Not turn your back on me, he says. He
10
will
seconds left.
turn you down. That's it. He might
No
be,
way.
Yep, there you go.
No way.
Just unfortunate.
A double right click with the classic as he b-hops past him. A 5th round in the bag. Weird Esports are now starting to make this look easy.
This is not looking too good for Exceeli. This is looking incredibly dire. They need to make something happen. And honestly, yeah, Sammy over here with nothing. The man is just... what is happening, man? Like, I'm concerned for this team. Like, this is... Ascent especially, a momentum like that is huge.
Another half buy round coming in from Exceeli Esports here. It's going to be Spectres and Sheriffs all around. And Smokey here putting on the pressure along with Pixels.
I mean, they can hear them. I know they can. Oh, there you go. Beautiful garage door.
No, and that's a beautiful rolling thunder. Pixels is not stunned though, and Sami needs to get this pick.
Oh, Fixie gets a beautiful shot onto Weird or Smoke A. He gets a beautiful shot on Pixel. Is this the comeback that we've been waiting for? A nice hit by Emmy. Finally gets a nice kill on the Fancy for 4. Adlove is in a really good spot. I think he just popped his head out at the right time. I am a little concerned for him because the Astra is watching, and boom, he gets a beautiful shot. It's a 3 for 2, just like that. You didn't have a point in the end.
What am I watching? What are we watching?
Adlove is insane. What the hell, bro?
And Weird Esports from an unlikely position pull off an insane retake. I thought Sami had that A shot under control, but he did not. He did not. Rio. It wasn't bad love. What control over A main, gets that pick, and then following up with that shot through the smoke. And I guess Exceeli needs this timeout right now, Seth. Not surprised by this.
Zolo Crazy, I honestly don't know how Zolo Crazy did not get the kill on the Bad Love. Bad Love swang so hard. Zolo Crazy could have gotten a shot, but you know, it's unfortunate watching a team get absolutely sclounced this hard, because it's not like they're a bad team. They're the team that gave this very team a run first money on Haven, and we're watching that very team get absolutely read like a book. And even better, Oak is just destroying them. Bad Love is consistently proving that he can clutch it. Man, it's... How do you beat a team like that? Like, what's... Pray more? I'm confused.
I mean, Smokey once again 8-2. He's looking so good. Bad Love, what a performance we just saw from him on A side. Deadly has looked so good this match so far. 7-1 for him. And just between these 3 players, completely have dominated this first 6 rounds of this game. And on the side of Exceeli Esports, Fancy once again off to a good start. I feel like he's been their sharpest player today, honestly said. And maybe he'll be able to, help them out a lot on the defender side of this map. But as of now, Exceeli desperately in need of some rounds. And Seth, it might just be time for us to talk about the magic number on Ascent. And Exceeli is attacking first here. And I would imagine from this position, honestly, from this position, even if they picked up like 4 rounds, I think that's huge. And there comes the Odin spray, not making any contact though.
Oh, there we go though. Bad Love gets a beautiful swing.
And 2 util kills. 2 util kills from Weird Esports. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Very dire. Oh, very dire. Might get taken out. Yep, there we go. Smoke A showing him time and time again. You do not swing the man, homie.
Ooh. Helpful pick there coming in from Zolo Crazy. And it's Deadly who's gone down, which means Sight is more or less available. But hang on, Rio's still in there. Ooh! Shivs with a razor fast peek there, taking down
30 seconds left.
Rio on the back of B site in Boathouse. And now a 2 versus 2 retake is on the cards. Both players of Weird Esports approaching through B main.
Bro, like this might just be looking like it's in the bag for Weird. Smoke A is still alive, and as long as that man's still alive,
Last player standing.
Oh, there we go, round 1, finally in the bag for
Much needed round in the bag for Exceeli Esports. Shoves in the end, it was down to just a 2v4 situation, I think, and then picking off those 2 important kills, managing to hold down that site, and Shubs was there in the end to make that trade despite that nice looking flash coming in from Smoke A. 6-1 on the scoreboard. Exceeli now starting to look a little bit better. Hopefully we'll pick up those 3 or 4 rounds that they desperately need in this first half, or it is going to be curtains for them in this tournament. But yeah, Weird Esports, that is the team that is really the highlight today. Have looked so good, and now Bad Love missing the operator shot on Sami, and Sami will punish him for that. And a useful first pick. Can Sami get his hands on the operator? That would be such a bonus. And Team Weird Esports, I think, realizing, not wanting to lose control of mid. Rio here with the Hunter's Fury coming out. Can he make it count? No! He gets wall banged.
Okay, takes them out. Pixels takes that kill free by him. And there we go. Smokey uses the ultimate. Able to get down onto the site. It's a frenzy. And
It's a 2v2. It's a 2v2 again. It's a 2v1 now. It's down to just Zolo Crazy. Can he clutch this? His team needs this round desperately. He needs to look right though. He needs to look right though. Ooh. They think he's Boathouse. I think they think he's Boathouse. But he's not Boathouse though. He is second lane. Gets the first pick. Smokey knows where he is now.
Oh no, smoke! Ow! What the heck? He pointed the cursor away and he still was able to get the kill. Solo Crazy, man. That is just unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. That movement from Smoke. I think it was all about that movement from Smokey in the end.
This man walks with God. This man walks with God. He literally pointed away and he still flicked it. And Solo Crazy had that moment. He had to seize it. That was just unfortunate. That was very, very unfortunate to watch.
It was, and Smokey continuing to show us the spark that he brings to his team, looking so good. Weird Esports in a very strong position. 7 rounds already for them on the board, registered. And now Exceeli is going to be coming in with yet another save round.
A lot. I guess on that A site.
I guess we're asking. I guess we're asking a lot from a player every single time. If you're expecting them to clutch a 1v2, it's not gonna happen, right? I mean, you need your team to support you. Unfortunate.
Oh wait!
One enemy
takes out
remaining.
Smoke A. Their nuclear deterrent is out. With Bad Luck able to clutch it now that his brother is down, he will clutch it. He will avenge it, and he will say, "Not today" on site A. Fully done. This is actually pretty well done. And
It really
this
was.
game is. I feel bad. I am feeling bad. You know when you hit that time when you're like playing against your daughter in a game and you're just absolutely clobbering her in a 1v1, you're like, I feel bad. I feel bad. Genuinely do.
Well, let's hope for Exceeli's sake that they can pull up back at least 2 of the remaining 3 rounds, because if they don't,
7 rounds, man.
I mean, you can always count on the curse of 9-3. You know what I'm saying?
Enemy tag.
Really? It's a curse of 9-3.
So the curse of 9-3 is it all started with this big game between GE
One enemy remaining.
and
God,
VLT and Weird. Smokey and Pixels just double teaming 2 players outside of A, and now
Blowing them.
Exceeli's down to just Zolo Crazy. So 1v5. He hasn't looked left, and Rio.
Rio will just pick it.
This team is looking unstoppable here. Weird Esports putting on a statement, and I want to say Weird Esports on their way to the quarterfinals have also eliminated M42, an up-and-coming team with a few big profile players. Eliminating M42 Esports on the way to the quarterfinals and looking in a very strong position now to eliminate Exceeli in the quarterfinals.
Don't give them ground.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you. Weird Esports looking very, very, very strong, and I also don't know if that is the way I would want to judge a team, because we've seen it, like a team does really well against a certain team, but going into later stages they absolutely fumble the ball. So I'm just expecting them to be consistent. There comes the ultimate out of Smoke A. I think he's gonna get a lot of targets in. Yep, they know. And this will be a very tricky moment for them. But Sammy takes a beautiful kill. There you go. Oh no, Bad Love! With a terrible recoil position.
Player standing.
Okay, gets pinched. Yep, and now it's all up to our man Pixels. Will he be able to get a beautiful V2 win?
Spike planted.
Well, he's capable, no doubt. And the last 2 players of Exceeli are a little bit damaged. Sami as well as Shuvs. Both Shub's in fact on 49 HP, so this is doable here for Pixels.
I mean, they are both on site, so I don't know if it's easier for him or no. But there you go. Shubs is like, not today, buddy. My team really needs this win, and one more round to the curse, I guess.
In the half.
It is, and yeah. So I mean, that curse was basically when 9-3 started to become this scoreline where GE would always come back and win from being 9-3 down at halftime, and it started to become this thing here in the Indian esports scene. The curse of 9-3. It always seems to happen. And so yeah, I mean, Exceeli, if you guys are watching this, get that third round in the bag.
Yeah. Evoke the
Deploying
curse.
drone.
That's actually a pretty beautiful drone by Show Freaks. See if he's able to get any detection off of that. I think he notices the Odin and he gets instantly shot down. He was gonna start hitting that boathouse area. No, he does not. I was surprised that he did not. Oh, they're all just gonna rotate to side A. Jet messing around. I don't know, Sammy wants to take that fight or not. May be able to win, he may not. We don't know that yet.
But A-side is available now for Exceeli Esports. Looks like they just walked in. Smokey was holding it. I'm not quite sure if they're aware that they've lost control of A-side.
Smoke has always got a plan with site A, so I don't necessarily know if this was all according to his plan or if they lost control of the site at all. But I think this might be in the round. There we go. Smokey gets instantly taken out by Duke. This might be in the bag for them. Yeah.
This is what we've been wanting to see here. Exceeli.
Don't count out Bad Love just yet. It may be a 5v2, but Bad Love has better. There you go. One that just like that. It's a 2v4. Deadly taking a lot of damage, but taking one down with him.
A 2 versus 4 retake. Surely. Weird isn't gonna do this. They're not gonna pull this off.
They never, buddy. Deadly takes another.
Hang on, Seth. You gotta.
Oh my god!
Surely, Seth, you gotta tell me they're not gonna do this. Surely, tell me you're not gonna. This.
Doing? You defuse?
I don't even know what we just witnessed here, Seth.
The man is insane. The man came to game.
Switching sides.
What is going on? That should have been an easy sight for Exceeli. They totally dropped the ball.
You have to be disappointed with that if you're an Exceeli player, coach, fan, supporter. That is not what you want to see. Weird esports. I mean, taking no credit away from Weird, right? I mean, the pick coming in from, I think it was Deadly from Heaven. He gets that first pick, puts down that ultimate, the lockdown going down, putting a lot of pressure on Exceeli, forcing them to sort of fall back. But in the end, Bad Love, that man, he's looking so good.
Was in the advantage of Exceeli. Bad Love had the most incredible mountain to climb, but man, he climbed that. He put his flag on the tippy top, and he's showing them that he is nothing to recycle with. Let's see how. Yeah, let's see how Weird is when it comes to attacking. Should be great with this Sky. I love Sky when we're attacking.
Exceeli needs to do whatever they need to do to win this first round. I'm just gonna say it. It's not a great start because they've lost Sami, they've lost Duke,
Oh
Deadly here with that classic. They've lost Zolo now. Exceeli fighting back here. Shubs gets a pick onto Bad Love. Can he get a second? No Smokey with that jumping right click on the classic. Fancy a 1 versus 2. Can he do this? He does have a ghost. Ooh, his position being compromised. A 1 versus 2 situation. Both players playing a generator.
He might get a kill here. Oh, no, he doesn't. And now they know where he is. Rather unfortunate. He is getting dinked left and right. It is a heavy situation, and sees the wall picture. Finally gets a kill on him.
Seth Smokey is on 20 and 6 right now. Those are his numbers.
Someone calm him down, please.
Alright, I mean,
will pay the man. I will pay the man. Like, I don't know. This guy is like a professional hitman or something. He did not stop.
11 and 2 on the board, Exceeli. I mean, fair enough. It was a pistol round, but still, I'm still recovering from that last round from the first half, dude. It was...
Credit to Bad Love, man. His team needs to like buy him a pizza after. I will pay for that pizza gladly. Take him to Domino's. Get him like that nice chicken tikka pizza that I do.
The chicken tikka pizza? Okay.
Yeah, isn't that the thing? Like,
it is a thing. No, it is a thing. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is a thing. Subway does it, and Domino's does it. And in America, they don't have that, and it makes me so mad. Hey, there we go. Zolo crazy, going crazy. Gets a beautiful kill. It's a 3 for 2. So it is now planted 2 versus 3. Smokey still alive. Sammy gets a beautiful kill onto them. Smokey, beautiful Spectre shots. Versus 2, just like that. Smokey, what will you do? Fancy push you now. He does push! Fancy feet. There you go. Sammy gets taken. Gets the information out, and yep, Sammy versus.
Aw, at least they tried.
But he should pick this round up. He's got full HP. Smokey, he has no business winning this round. 8 bullets on, still available for him. And there you go.
No!
Sammy.
There you go, Sammy.
There you go. That's more like
I think
it.
he should have just been patient. I think Smoke got a little too aggressive, but hey, good on Sammy. Sammy kept his brains.
Yeah, he did.
Sammy won the round.
And that's experience.
Very well done.
That's experience. That's composure. That's the right decision making. And Sami keeping his head there to win that round. But they need a lot more. They need many more rounds like that if they have any hope to take this best of 3 into the third map. Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is a best of 3. Weird Esports have already put Haven in the bag. The best of 3 score is 1-0, and now they're looking very, very strong to finish off Ascent as well. Unless Exceeli can say a thing or two about that. A big question, Seth. The operator for Sami needs to be available ASAP. Not like that.
Yeah, I think so too. But Sammy's out. Man who carried them to victory last round is out. That might be a big hit. Or
oh, these are traps. These are traps. They are walking into the traps that Weird Esports have set outside.
So hard, yeah. I mean, Zolo Crazy and Duke get 2 for 2. It's 3 for 3 now, or 3 versus 3, but advantage a little bit towards
Spike
Weird.
planted.
They've got the health advantage. I'm assuming the armor advantage as well. Sends out his drone. Shuvs is trying to desperately seek out. Oh, there you go. You start finding someone in the boathouse. You find. Oh no!
One enemy remaining.
Deadly. No, he does not. He has his creeps to cover him. Deadly. I think he went for a very smart play over there, but we'll just have to see. Rio, solo man standing 1v3. Solo Crazy gets a beautiful kill onto him, and just like that, 1-4 is in the bag. And little by little, I think Exceeli eSports might be coming back.
Well, I mean, I'm glad they won this round because they did lose those first 2 picks way too easily, and coming back really well, and well done from the rest of the team, really. Sometimes when you lose a couple of players, and honestly, I mean, those were mistakes that should have been avoided. It can really, it can get you down, the rest of the team, you know what I'm saying? And full credit for them keeping their composure and making sure that they win that round. They knew they had the better guns, right? They knew that the rest of the team was just on sheriffs, and they just had to wait it out. They had to make the right decisions, and the round was in the bag. 11-4 Seth, but still.
Oh, there you go. Just tracks 3 people in boathouse. Might be waiting for him. Coming out, won't find anyone. Weird Esports taking their very fine time. I think at this point at the Killjoy ultimate, I think they might have it in the bag. I think they might be pulling all the stops. There you go. Shuv spots 3 of them. Rio go for the ballsy.
Hang on.
No, he does not have the
Hang on. The spike's getting planted in A, Seth. Ayo. And Rio's in boathouse right now, laughing to himself.
Are they? Yeah, this is nutty.
And Exceeli just realizing
in a beautiful spot. Yeah.
that they don't have time to waste on Rio because Rio is just wasting their time.
Look, it's a beautiful pixel on the Sammy, and just like that's a 5v3. The Trailblazer spot anyone? Yes, it does. It spots 2 on Heaven. Blind coming in. Will there be a swing? No, not yet. Gets taken out. Duke gets cornered.
Oh dear, Exceeli doing really well here. This could be the round here. He just... Ooh.
Exceeli clutch it.
I don't know how, but I guess Rio gets the credit for wasting so much time of Exceeli because they couldn't defuse the spike.
The bomb blew up.
It did.
The bomb blew up. I was literally so confused. I thought Zeely got that round.
12 for match point to Weird Esports. What a round well played. I mean, that was the perfect blueprint. Folks, if you're watching
Got
this,
them in the first half.
that's the best way to fake a site. The commitment from Rio to enter site, the commitment of those 2 ultimates on B site, it convinced Exceeli Esports that B site was the site that is being committed to. But little did they know that a couple of players from Weird were just waiting outside of A. The site got cleared and they said, thank you very much.
Oh, I think that Weird Esports
I've got your trail.
Enemy mark.
Here you go, he gets tagged, and Smoke will now be tagged. Let's see if he's able to make a quick play. Oh, pull out your gun, buddy! It was a scary moment to watch. Sammy almost had.
It was,
There we go, Fancy gets deadly.
and I think the pressure here is forcing Exceeli to play some of these dangerous moves. Shuv's doing well there to get pixels. The drone coming out, and now Rio realizing that the drone was right from that generator, is trying to search for Shuv's. He'll get a tag on him.
Yeah,
A 2 versus 2 situation now.
Player standing.
Fancy will take down Bad Love.
Rio!
Fancy will take down Rio. A 3k from Fancy and a 5th round in the bag for Exceeli Esports. This game is not over,
What
Seth.
was Rio doing? His dart detected moves, and he still turned. I don't know if that was a smart play by him. It seemed very iffy on my end, but you know what? All points goes to Rio. He was under a lot of stress, and I don't expect players to you just lose a sense of ability when you're under that much pressure. But again, there's nothing like the pressure that Team Exceeli Esports might be facing because of the fact they have a long, hard battle. That's 7 more rounds until they tie it up and go into overtime.
Take flight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long road. It's a long and winding road to a comeback in this match for Exceeli, right? 12-5. I mean, I think that first half kind of got away from them, and it happens, right? It happens to the best of the teams. It happens to the best of the players. It's not impossible. I'm not writing it away. And there you go.
Beautiful
Weird.
kill by
Ooh.
Pixels.
Is Weird on an eco buy? They are on an eco. Weird is on a save round here, but they managed to snag that first kill.
They're able to take this round.
Get a
This is
second one
game
as
over.
well.
Bad Love gets a beautiful kill. That is not looking too good, man. It's not looking too good. It's a 5v3. I think they can comfortably plant on B site.
Spike down.
Easy gets a beautiful kill, but Pixels trades with Duke instantaneously. Crazy gets another kill.
It's down to just Fancy.
No!
Fancy gets taken down. Not like that.
Just like that. Oh, that's a crushing defeat, man. That was a very crushing defeat.
That
I would be very disappointed with Exceeli Esports right now. I think their team just needs to take a break and their mental before they head into any of the next games, because this was actually a very disheartening game. 24 bomb dropped by Smoke A, 17 kills by Bad Love, and 14 by Pixels. The enemy team of Exceeli Esports just kind of waddling around in the lower average combat ratings, man. It's a little sad that no one was only one person was able to make it in the top 200 average combat score, but what can you do? It's just disheartening that this team gave them the run for its money, and they could have very easily taken over the game.
I mean, I'll say a couple of things, right? Number one, Weird Esports deserves to win this.
100%.
There's just no getting past that. They earned their spot in the semifinals. they deserve to win. Smokey was absolutely unstoppable. I mean, what are these numbers, dude? He was 20-6 at halftime. This man,
The dude is nuts.
somebody needs to stop him. Bad love popping
Pizza
off
party,
as well.
bro. Pizza party. Give him a pizza
Absolutely,
party.
he needs a pizza party. But also for Exceeli, and I mean, I do want to say this, guys. It's not easy being an esports team. It's not easy to be a professional team, and sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. So if you're an Exceeli fan watching this right now, it happens. It happens. And as you can see, this team has been putting in such strong performances set in this past few weeks, and all of a sudden coming up against Weird Esports and getting taken down like this, you gotta feel for them. But yeah, I mean, if you're a fan, give them a break, guys. It's not easy. They do this day in and day out. They work hard. Just because they're losing, it doesn't mean that they're not working hard. And I think that's
Absolutely.
that's something that we need to keep in mind. But having said that, yeah, they made a few mistakes. I felt like Sami wasn't on the level that he usually is. Fancy, I felt, was their standout player. I felt like he had the confidence, despite being in losing situations multiple times. He took the initiative. He was fragging out for them consistently, and I felt like Exceeli lost way too many gunfights, more than they actually should. But having said all of this, I do want to say that we cannot take the credit away from Weird Esports. They were just the better team on the day, and I think sometimes that's just what happens in games like this. Valorant is a competitive game, folks. Anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen, and I think with that, I just want to say, Weird Esports, well done to Exceeli. We so happy to have you guys in this tournament, but it just wasn't their day today.
Like I said, I have much respect for all these teams. They're professionals. You know, they operate on the highest capacity at all times, and much love to them. Better luck next time.
Agreed. And with that, folks, that brings us to the end of the first quarterfinals game. It's going to be Weird Esports who stamp their authority all over this match and will secure that first semi-final slot for themselves in the League Ego Challenger Series. If you guys are just tuning in, this is a 32-team tournament, and the matches have begun today. The quarterfinals, my apologies. The tournament's been going on for almost a month now, and we're down to our top 8 teams and now down to our top 7 teams because Exceeli is confirmed to be eliminated. So make sure that you guys are tuning in. We're gonna have matches every night at 7:30 p.m. So make sure you guys are tuning in. If you haven't yet done it, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, join our Discord, follow us on Instagram, and you guys can stay updated on every single thing that is happening with League Ego. With that, folks, it is time for us to end today's broadcast. Seth, this was awesome. Thanks so much for joining me, man. As always, it's such a pleasure having you cast with me, and I guess I'm gonna see you back day after tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Or are you on?
Yes, sir. Wait, day after tomorrow, Sunday? Yeah,
Sunday.
You will. It's a Sunday for me, but yes, I will see you then.
Awesome. I'm excited for it. And hey, this is just the beginning, man. If you thought this match was great, this tournament's gonna get heated. I kid you not.
I'm excited, dude.
The prize pool.
Might have a caster because you said Sammy is like the one to look forward to it.
You know what? I'm gonna stop saying things, man. After what I did to Sami today, I want to stop. But hey, man, I mean, Sami's a great guy, dude. I mean, he's a hardworking guy. Yeah. He's one of the most experienced players in this list of players, at least. And I guess he just had a bad day, but that's fine. It happens, guys. Don't beat him up for it, guys. Come on, it happens. But yeah. With that, folks, that brings our stream to an end. Thanks so much for watching. We will be back tomorrow live at 7:30 p.m. On your way out, enjoy these fun little snippet interviews that we've been doing. And we talked so much about Sami, so I'm going to cue the video where I interviewed Sami. He's a great guy. I had a lot of fun talking to him. Wish him the very best for all his next tournaments. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7:30. On your way out, enjoy these interviews. I don't
Yeah,
know.
listen.
Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Is that? Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about?
Bro.
That's what we're about. I don't
Yeah,
know.
listen.
Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Is that? Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about?
Bro.
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay, listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past,
Right.
right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? Special player is from Bangladesh. He is currently playing for the lineup of Exceeli eSports. Please give it up for Sami.
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me. I've been in the South Asian scene for quite a bit, I think, for a year, I think, for the past year.
But yeah, tell us how the Exceeli experience has been, and what's the gaming scene like in Dhaka? That's what I was really interested to hear about.
Honestly, I'll start with Dhaka first. Like, gaming scene in Bangladesh wasn't that big. When I was playing Counter Strike, like CS:GO, before I played Valorant, the gaming scene was very small. You know, like every Counter Strike player knew every other Counter Strike player. It was that
Right.
small. People I never imagined that would play Valorant played Valorant, and people came from so many different communities. Like, mainly Valorant players have Counter Strike players,
Right.
but in Bangladesh, the whole community has like Fortnite players, Dota players, League of Legends players,
Overwatch probably.
Overwatch, yeah, PUBG, like a whole mix of
Right.
people.
How's your experience been with Exceeli eSports?
So like at first, the experience was pretty nice. Like it was nice to play back at home, and it was getting better because all of a sudden, our owner of Exceeli, Arif, announced that we're gonna have a boot camp. So which was
Right.
surprising.
What would you say is your biggest dream for Exceeli? And you and the other guys, what would you say is the what is the one thing that you probably want to achieve as a team?
I would say that being the number one in South Asia and dethrone global esports and
Let's
become the
go.
king of the hill.
That's the
That
goal
would be the
right there.
dream.
Straight up.
Okay,
Favorite player in South Asia right now?
me.
Sami, let's go. That was the best response I've got to that question so far.
This is Sami, SS Sami from Exceeli Esports, and we will be playing the League Ego Championship 2021. And I hope you guys will watch that starting from December 1st.